We're in Harlem at 124th and Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard, formerly known as 7th Avenue, for the ceremonial street sign unveiling of Sugar Ray Robinson Way. Sugar Ray, as we all know, was one of the greatest fighters of all time. However, it went further than that. He became a businessman during his prize-fighting years, being an instrumental entrepreneurial force during the Harlem Renaissance. Today, he is being honored as a number of dignitaries and VIPs gathered for the unveiling of Sugar Ray Robinson Way.
I'm delighted that this is happening because while Joe Louis was a great fighter, and I grew up in Harlem when Joe Louis was knocking him out in the first round, and you remember they had the Bum of the Month campaign, they called it. And of course Muhammad Ali, but my fighter for all time is Sugar Ray Robinson. Because the champions would not fight him, and there were some great fights in those days. So I'm delighted that this is happening, and it couldn't be a better location.
Good morning. My name is James Mercanti. I'm here on behalf of the World Boxing Council and Jose Sulaiman as president. We're here for a momentous occasion to mark the dedication of Sugar Ray Robinson Way on 124th Street and Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard. I'm honored to be here on behalf of the World Boxing Council, and you can see the fans are excited to be here too. And I have to say that this is a special occasion for me as well, because in the boxing world, there were two legends in the boxing world that followed very parallel paths. They were both born on the same date. They both entered the Golden Gloves on the same date. They both shared a ring in Madison Square Garden in 1962 in the Denny Moyer versus Sugar Ray Robinson fight. And they both were inducted into the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame on the same date, April 1st, 2012, just last month. The first of those two people, of course, was Sugar Ray Robinson. The second person was my father, Arthur Mercanti, two legendary sports figures in boxing. I'm honored to be here to represent the World Boxing Council and my father, and to make a special presentation to Ray Robinson II on behalf of the World Boxing Council.
The block next to us was at one point owned by my father, and he had all of his businesses right on this street. This is 7th Avenue. Well, now it's called Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard. And it was a wonderful time of life for all of us. Dad had all his businesses here. He had a real estate business, a barber shop, and my mother had Edna May's lingerie shop on the corner right across the street. So this is like coming home. This is wonderful for me.
Ray, thank you for having us. It's your program. You make certain that the great vision of this great man lives on forever, not by name, but by deed as well. Those of us who are older, like my buddy here, the mayor, and those of us who worked in the Hotel Teresa, we always knew that this was Sugar Ray's terrace. And whether that chartreuse Cadillac was coming around the corner, one way or the other, whether we're talking about lingerie, barber shops, nightclubs, there was a theme that Harlem always said: you can knock us down, but damn it, we're getting right back up. So having you here so that the young people will never but never forget, there'll never be another Sugar Ray. Everyone knows it. Thank God that you're prepared to keep saying it.
Thank you.
I'm delighted to be here with my brother, Congressman Rangel. I grew up in. I'm older than Congressman Rangel.
Everyone knows that.
He's a young man.
Yes.
But I grew up. I can remember in Harlem when people used to throw the windows open and yell because Joe Louis had won another fight. And I too thought he was a great fighter, and I think Muhammad Ali was a great fighter. But I will always believe, as Herb Boyd says, pound for pound, the greatest fighter that ever lived was Sugar Ray Robinson. And I was so pleased when I learned that they were going to dedicate this area, this corner, to Sugar Ray, because some of us remember how wonderful he was.
Yes,
And God, what a beautiful fighter.
yes, and a beautiful man.
And on behalf of the World Boxing Council, Jose Sulaiman, this is a very, very special and valuable medal from the World Boxing Council that I'd like to present to Sugar Ray. And we also, of course, have to acknowledge Melvina Latham, the New York State Athletic Commissioner extraordinaire here today.
Commissioner, thank you for everything.
Ray, this is
Let me
from
get
the
the
World
last
Boxing
plane
Council.
out of town here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sugar. Thank you. Thank all of you.
Here in Harlem, New York, it's Sugar Ray Robinson Way. Tell us, Sugar Ray Jr., tell us about this day.
This is the most unbelievable day of my life. To have this as an acknowledgement, to have this street named after my father, and bring all the honor to my family, it's wonderful.
Man, what made him so great was just his all-around athleticism in the ring, how he can do so many things, and he can box, he can punch. I mean, he had a good charisma and personality. I think that's what made Sugar Ray stand apart from a lot of other fighters.
Well, you know, his style and the way that he was a great boxer, maneuver, you know, he had great style, good ringmanship.
He had a lot of charisma, you know, great fighter. I mean, his, you know, his jab, his right hand, his footwork, you know, he was a tap dancer. All of that together made him a great fighter. But the
What
best
fighter
ever.
today do you think emulates him the most?
None of them.
None of them? Okay.
My father started boxing as a 16-year-old, actually just traveling with the fighters. He was too young to really be boxing, but when a fighter named Ray Robinson didn't show up for a fight, once his manager gave his AAU card to my father, and my father became Ray Robinson. So that was that. For years he fought under Ray Robinson, and then he had his name changed to Sugar Ray Robinson, legally in New York State.